Part 78. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yun Suya. Chapter 771. Chapter 771, Maybe Not from the Jun Family. You finally got up. If you don't get up, father-son will go home. Chu Sensio's beautiful day started with a quarrel with Jun Chennai. Where is Rong Ci? Jun Chennai was too lazy to answer Chu Sensio's conversation. He glanced at the living room and didn't see Rong Ci, so he asked. You probably haven't gotten up yet. Xia Ying replied. Jun Chennai frowned. You shouldn't be. Rong Kai is not a bedridden person. It's already 12 o'clock at noon, why haven't you gotten up yet? With these thoughts in mind, Jun Chennai walked to Rong Ci's room and knocked on the door, but no one answered. Even when he called the door, there was no response. Jun Chennai was puzzled, then he put his hand on the doorknob, opened the door easily, and walked in. Rong Kai. Jun Chennai tentatively called his name, but found that Rong Ci was not in the room. Then where did he go? Jun Chennai returned to the living room. Rong Ci is not here. Yu Lingfeng glanced at 11 Ju. 11 Ju got up at 5 o'clock today. 11 Ju shook his head and said, I didn't see him this morning. Then where did he go? Jun Chennai was suspicious, took out his mobile phone and called Rong Ci. However, the ringing of the phone came from Rong Ci's room. Jun Chennai took his cell phone and said in confusion, he didn't take his cell phone either. Isn't Rong Ci an agent? Isn't he supposed to perform some mysterious missions from time to time? It's normal for him to suddenly disappear or something like that. Xia Ying disagreed. Yu Lingfeng nodded, I should be back after a while. All right. Jun Chennai did not speculate anymore. Rong Ci did like to leave without saying goodbye like this before. It was also very common for him not to see anyone for several months. Well, Jun Chennai, do you still plan to go back to school and continue your classes now? Xia Ying still asked about this sensitive topic. If Jun Chennai returned to school, it would definitely cause a commotion. Since Jun Chennai's accident, various media have been speculating on his current situation, so as soon as he appears, then it's definitely going to cause a stir. No. Jun Chennai lowered his eyes and continued, although I don't care much about my face, I still can't return to the public with such an attitude. Let's just treat the Jun Chennai as dead. It's better for everyone to remember my peak state than to see my decline now. And there are so many keyboard warriors on the internet, I don't want to go out and criticize them. If they want to guess, just guess. Jun Chennai had a relaxed tone, but every word contained a hint of sadness, and Xia Ying felt very uncomfortable after hearing this. Xia Ying tugged Yu Lingfeng's arm, then pulled him aside, and asked Yu Lingfeng, why don't you cure Jun Chennai now? Didn't you say that he is no longer in danger? Yu Lingfeng leaned against the wall and looked at Xia Ying with lowered eyes, because the tiger hasn't been caught yet. Xia Ying frowned and looked at Yu Lingfeng, are you talking about the spy in the Jun family? Not necessarily from the Jun family. When Yu Lingfeng said this, his eyes darkened. Rong Ci has followed and investigated Jun Xianyun and Jun Liang for so long but found nothing, so it is very possible that they are not from the Jun family, but someone related to the Jun family. Who do you suspect? Don't know yet. When Yu Lingfeng said this, he kept looking in Jun Chennai's direction, with a complicated look in his eyes that Xia Ying couldn't understand. End of this chapter. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yun Suya. Chapter 772. Chapter 772 Su Ji is not dead. After Yu Lingfeng and Xia Ying finished talking, they called Jun Chennai over. What's the matter? Jun Chennai looked at Yu Lingfeng with a look of indifference on his face. I know what you are thinking about now. If you need anything, you can contact me at any time. Yu Lingfeng's rambling words made Jun Chenai feel a little dizzy. Jun Chenai glanced at Yu Lingfeng warily. What do you mean? You don't have to guard against me. I'm on the same team as you. The people who are dealing with you are also dealing with Xia Ying, so I'm just helping you in this matter. Yu Lingfeng continued. I know you have been secretly taking over your parents' property, and you want to regain your inheritance rights, am I right? Jun Chenai's eyes darkened a bit, and Yu Lingfeng's face became more and more hazy. No one knows about this matter at all, including Rong Ci. He has always shown himself to the outside world as a person who lost his memory in an accident and did not want to take over the Jun family's business or restore Jun Chenai's identity. He just wanted to make music quietly. But behind the scenes, yes, he has indeed been learning how to manage a company for a long time, and now, he is slowly starting to get in touch with the field of king, father, and king. He will take steps to kill Jun Xianyan and Jun Liang before their scheduled date arrives. On the surface, Jun Chenai pretended not to have any ambitions, but what he was thinking about all the time was not revenge. His face and everything about him were not destroyed in vain. Let me analyze it for you. Those who deal with Xia Ying are the same people who deal with you. Do you know where Rong Ci is going today? Jun Chenai shook his head and was speechless. We captured the witch before. The witch is Suji, and Suji is the shadow hunter. According to the discipline of the shadow hunter organization, if Suji leaked the secret, she would be killed by Suji. But Rong Ci came to me last night, told me that he found Suji's hair on his bed. What does that mean? Jun Chenai was stunned for a while after hearing this. Yu Lingfeng continued, if Suji is really dead, there is no need for them to play such a trick. If this is the case, it means that Suji is not dead. The reason why he conveyed such a message to Rong Ci is also very simple. They are lure Rong Ci to find them, because they most likely want to get something from Rong Ci. What? Jun Chenai opened his eyes wide as he listened to Yu Lingfeng's analysis, looking a little unbelievable. There are so many things he doesn't know, and it all seems to be getting more and more elusive. I don't know, but we'll find out soon. Yu Lingfeng said as he took out his mobile phone. He installed a special chip on Rong Ci's body. Yu Lingfeng could receive it wherever Rong Ci went, what he said, and what those people said. Jun Chenai seemed to have discovered a new world, listening to Yu Lingfeng explain everything that he and Rong Ci had colluded with. What kind of magical chip is this? Yu Lingfeng glanced at Jun Chenai and said, your focus is a bit strange. But it's really scary. Jun Chenai sighed, why is Yu Lingfeng just like a Tinkerbell, with all kinds of weird things? Just think of it as black technology. Jun Chenai swallowed silently. For a man who could even make a robot like 11 Jun Chenai seemed to have nothing to accept if he made such a thing. After a while, Yu Lingfeng's phone started to respond. It seems that Rong Ci has already met them. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yuan Suya. Chapter 773. Chapter 773. Are you willing to exchange yourself for Sanskrit sounds? Where is the Sanskrit? Rong Ci was guided by the clues along the way and came to a dark and confusing basement. Because of the dim light and the group of people around him who were neatly dressed in black suits and black masks, Rong Ci could not see their faces clearly. We found it so quickly. It seems that you, a top agent, are indeed worthy of your reputation. The leader joked that he was wearing a voice transducer, and the mechanical sound it produced was very harsh to Rong Ci's ears. Rong Ci started setting out last night, following the tips they left along the way, and slowly found his way to this remote place. Rong Ci was exhausted now, but when he thought that Suji was in their hands and that he would be in danger anytime and anywhere, The string in Rongsi's heart kept tightening. Where is the Sanskrit? Yang si Rong si repeated. The pronunciation of each word sounded so hard that it seemed as if it was popping out from between the teeth. Since you can find this place, you should also guess that we won't let you see the Sanskrit easily. What on earth do you want to do? Rong si clenched his hands into fists and said coldly. How about a deal? What deal? Rong si had already guessed this, but he was just afraid that the deal they talked about would come at the expense of hurting Jun Chennai. One is the person he least wants to hurt, and the other is the person he wants to protect the most. The palms and backs of his hands are all flesh, and Rong si doesn't want to hurt either of them. Join the shadow hunters and we will give you the mantra. Rong si bit his lower lip. He did not expect this result. As long as you join the shadow hunters, Fanyan will no longer have to be a shadow hunter. How about trading yourself for her? Are you willing to do this for Fanyan? What do you want me to do? Rong si frowned. There is no reason, you just need to tell us, are you willing? Rong si clenched his fists tighter and tighter. Rong si lowered his head and his facial muscles twitched slightly. Shadow hunters, once you join, it is difficult to leave. From then on, your life is closely related to this organization and is controlled by this organization. Jun Chennai and Yu Lingfeng are on the other side. What to do? Jun Chennai's heart was in his throat. Based on his understanding of Rong si, it was very likely that he would agree. Rong si has never mentioned the name Sangyin to Jun Chennai, nor has he ever told Jun Chennai about the girl he likes. But Jun Chennai always knew that there must be someone in Rong si's heart. Otherwise, Rong si would not have been in love for more than 20 years. He must be waiting for someone, and that person, now Jun Chennai knows, is the Sanskrit in his mouth. Yu Lingfeng had a stern look on his face and said nothing. He was thinking the same as Jun Chennai. Rong si would agree, and he would definitely do so. He was fighting alone this time. For Sanskrit, he went to find a group of well-trained shadow hunters alone. He went there with the belief that he would bring Sanskrit back. Before Rong si left, he said to Yu Lingfeng, I have always wanted to make up for my mistakes back then. If it weren't for me, Fanyan would not have become a shadow hunter. Yu Lingfeng, no matter if I can come back or not, I must bring the Sanskrit back. If anything happens to me, please help me bring the Sanskrit back. End of this chapter. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yuen Suya. Chapter 774. Chapter 774 never belongs to shadow hunters. Good. The words are straight and simple, without any sloppiness. Rong si looked at the group of shadows with sharp eyes. His face seemed to be covered with a layer of dry glue, frozen, without any expression. Very good. The leader continued, we will give you the Sanskrit, but at the same time, from today on, you belong to our shadow hunters, and you will belong to us for the rest of your life, forever and ever. I know. Rong si answered without any hesitation, I want to meet Fanyan. Follow me. Rong si followed them and came to a small stone house. The door of the stone house was pushed open, and the light was still very dim. Only a few inconspicuous beams of light were refracted from the skylight. They were so weak that they dissipated in mid-air before they had time to hit the ground. There is a stone bed in the center of the stone house. Suji is dressed in red, like a flame enchantress, which is in sharp contrast with her fair and flawless skin. The long ink hair poured down like a waterfall. Suji's face was pale, his eyes were closed, and he lay there quietly. Rong si's lips trembled as he walked toward Suji step by step. The moment he saw Suji, the tears that Rong si had been holding back for so long burst out. Rong si covered her mouth and tried not to cry. As he got closer, Rong si saw the purple scars all over Suji's body. Rong si's eyes were red with anger, and she turned back to glare at the group of people. What did you do to Sanskrit? Suji's exposed white arms were blue and purple mixed with blurred blood marks. Every trace burned Rongsi's eyes deeply. This is a sequelae of the drug, she caught it herself. The leader explained, since she is no longer a shadow hunter, she should not keep any memories about shadow hunters. It is the greatest kindness from above to leave her alive. Her injuries will heal, but her memory has been erased. Then she doesn't remember me either. Rongsi was stunned for a moment and asked. I don't know, there may be some deep memories left behind your words, he paused, should be remembered. After all, Rongsi was the person she wanted to get back even at the risk of her life. Rongsi looked at Suji for a long time. Okay, it's time to start your ceremony of joining the organization. Rongsi paused and looked at the man. What ceremony? Follow me. Rongsi glanced at Fanyan for the last time and followed the group of people out. Jun Chenai and Yu Lingfeng are on the other side. Jun Chenai angrily hit the wall with his fist. Damn, what on earth are those people going to do with Rongsi? The rhetorical ability is outstanding, perhaps, it is of value to them. Yu Lingfeng touched his chin, slightly confused. It's just that what I don't understand is that compared to Rongsi, Sanskrit's ability is actually not inferior to Rongkai. To throw away a Sanskrit for Rongsi, really does it worth? Didn't you say that Fanyan's goo insect is gone? Without the goo insect, she can still. I'm afraid you don't understand the ability of a goo master. Fanyan is a genius goo master. Since she can practice. Yu Lingfeng felt sour in his stomach when he thought of those goo masters that day, and resisted the desire to vomit, then said, with such a goo insect, it will not be difficult at all to practice goo insect in the future. Moreover, in addition to the goo insect, she is also capable. However, the suspicious thing is that 11 Jews scanned Suji that day, and Suji did not have the mark of a shadow hunter on his body. It shows that in the eyes of the shadow hunter leader, Suji never belonged to the shadow hunter organization. So from the beginning, was Suji just to pave the way for Rongsi? End of this chapter. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yun Suya. Chapter 775. Chapter 775. Who is Rongsi's father? Thinking about it this way, the so-called leader must know about the past between Rongsi and Suji. Yu Lingfeng squinted his eyes slightly. Are things becoming more and more subtle? Jun Chenai, who is Rongsi's father? Jun Chenai was startled, not expecting that Yu Lingfeng would suddenly ask this question. I've never seen it. Jun Chenai shook his head. Rongsi's family is more complicated, Jun Chenai paused, and then said, his mother had an affair back then, and his mother's husband was angry. When she learned that Rongsi was not his biological flesh and blood, he died in a car accident on the road. His mother did not reveal who Rongsi's real father was before she died. Because Rongsi was close to me in age, we grew up together. The relationship is very good. Rongsi was raised by my parents and my uncle. In his mind, he has no concept of a father. I think the leader behind the so-called shadow hunters may be Rongsi's biological father. Jun Chenai was choked by Yu Lingfeng's words. He didn't say anything for a long time. His eyes widened in surprise. You, really? Besides Rongsi's father, who else could he have tried every possible means to lay out such a big plan just for Rongsi to become a shadow hunter and stay by his side? Yu Lingfeng continued, Fanyan is a very outstanding shadow. As a hunter, she has extraordinary abilities and is able to master rare voodoo skills. Such a person is definitely more outstanding than anyone in their shadow hunter organization. However, Fanyan does not have the mark of a shadow hunter on her body, and she has never been recognized by the organization. No matter how powerful she is just a pawn. In the end, Rongsi was forced to join the shadow hunter organization. After I have dismissed him. Listening to Yu Lingfeng's analysis, Jun Chenai suddenly sweated for Rong Ci. If Rong Ci knew that the leader of the Shadow Hunters was most likely his biological father, the man he had hated for many years, he would never be able to accept it. However, the most critical point at the moment is, what is the so-called ritual of joining a Shadow Hunter? What on earth are they going to do to Rong Ci? There was no sound coming from Yu Lingfeng's side. It was silent for a long time. What happened? Why is there no sound? Jun Chenai became nervous and asked Yu Lingfeng in a panic. Yu Lingfeng closed his eyes. They probably injected something into Rong Ci. Jun Chenai staggered a few steps and almost lost his balance. Don't worry, he will be fine. It's just that we don't know what kind of condition Rong Ci will be in after becoming a shadow hunter. Yu Lingfeng opened his eyes, showing a touch of sadness. At this time, Xia Ying came over and looked at Yu Lingfeng and Jun Chenai in front of her with confusion. How come you two have been talking for so long, and why do you look so ugly? Yu Lingfeng told Xia Ying before that she would persuade Jun Chenai to take over the Jun family and prevent him from falling into decline. Xia Ying believed it. Seeing that they hadn't come out for a long time, I went over to take a look, only to see two tired faces. There is a reason why Yu Lingfeng hid Xia Ying first. Before this matter was clear, Yu Lingfeng was unwilling to let Xia Ying get involved. Moreover, Yu Lingfeng has been trying his best to calm Xia Ying's emotions. Xia Ying does not know that even if Su Ji leaves, there are still many unknown dangers lurking around her. Today, if your monthly ticket is over 125, we will get more updates. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yuan Suya. Chapter 776. Chapter 776. It takes up to 3 days to complete the task. Nothing, we talked about some family matters, so it is inevitable that there will be some. Yu Lingfeng walked towards Xia Ying, with a faint smile in her eyes. She reached out and caressed Xia Ying's head with her broad palm. Xia Ying suddenly realized that since it was a family matter, a family like the Jun family would not be in a good mood to talk about it. Xia Ying looked at Jun Chenai with some sympathy and relief. Jun Chenai raised the corners of his mouth and showed a relaxed and cheerful smile. It's okay. I'm not that fragile yet. It's something I've gotten used to long ago. It's nothing. Jun Chenai also walked down the steps of Yu Lingfeng. You have class tomorrow, Monday, and we'll go back to China early. Yu Lingfeng continued. Xia Ying nodded, and then looked at Jun Chenai as if she thought of something. Jun Chenai, are you busy recently? I have something to ask you for help. What's the matter? Jun Chenai, who was named, frowned in confusion as to what he could do to help. I wrote a song and I would like you to fill in the lyrics for me. Xia Ying has been preparing for Qianyin's debut recently. She had already written the lyrics and music, but for some reason, the more she read the lyrics, the more dissatisfied she became, so she wanted to ask Jun Chenai to help write the lyrics. Jun Chenai's lyric writing skills are superior to Xia Ying's. Coupled with Jun Chenai's gender advantage, he knows better than Xia Ying how to write lyrics suitable for male singers and please the hearts of those fans. After all, 90% of Qianyin's current fans are girls, and they all like his looks. It is necessary to please them. What did I think? Then you can give me the music later, and I can complete the task in 3 days at most. Jun Chenai puffed up his chest confidently. Okay, thank you in advance. Xia Ying smiled. Since Rong Ci left, he has not come back. Both Yu Lingfeng and Jun Chenai were vaguely worried about him, but in any case, Rong Ci should not be in any danger. But what they were most afraid of was that Rong Ci might be brainwashed by the group of shadow hunters. The person who appeared in front of them at that time might not be the same wrong CI as before. After returning to school, Xia Ying's life got back on track, studying, participating in various club activities, and from time to time worrying about the situation of some trainees in her newly established small company. Xia Ying's company is lacking nothing but talented trainees. Except for Qian Yin's, who is more promising, Xia Ying is not very optimistic about the others. Xia Ying took advantage of her free time these days, so she went to watch people on various original music networks. She doesn't quite remember which of the latest artists from the previous life came out during this period. Otherwise, she could still rely on some innate advantages to find the stars of tomorrow. Xia Ying patiently opened the rankings of those original songs one by one, from 1st to 10th, and patiently recorded each one, but those voices were too ordinary, not amazing enough, not enough. It left a deep impression on people, rather like the kind of popular voices that are everywhere in KTV. This is not the music Xia Ying wants. But in terms of lyrics and music, Xia Ying has not seen an outstanding person. They are either pretentious and pointless, or they are incomprehensible and rhyme for the sake of rhyming, or they are mediocre and featureless. Perhaps Xia Ying's requirements are too high. After all, after looking at the ranking lists of major original music websites all morning, Xia Ying hardly saw anyone who was satisfied. End of this chapter. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yuan Suya. Chapter 777. Chapter 777. We still have to have dreams. Xia Ying leaned back dejectedly and rubbed her sore eyes. Ye Xiaoxun, who was opposite, was still coding diligently. During a break, he glanced at Xia Ying and asked, "Xia Ying, what's the matter? Your face doesn't look good." "Nothing." Xia Ying took a sip of water. "You write your novel, and I will continue to search for my horses." Ye Xiaoxun smiled knowingly. "Oh, so you are looking for a talented singer. So, do you know anyone?" Xia Ying stared at Ye Xiaoxun and asked. "No." Ye Xiaoxun shook his head. "I don't pay much attention to these. By the way, where did the little candy go?" Xia Ying glanced at Tanguoer's desk. Tanguoer's schoolbag was not there. She probably went to the library to study. The library. Ye Xiaoxun verified Xia Ying's guess. Little Candy has become serious recently. She seems to particularly like her major. Xia Ying slightly raised her lips and said to herself, "It's not that she likes this major, she just likes a certain person." Xia Ying would be very happy if the cute little Candy could really become her cousin-in-law in the future. "I don't know what kind of bad luck my dull 12th cousin got, to be liked by such a cute and innocent girl for so long. For him, I even chose a field that I knew nothing about, just hoping that I could. If you can share a common language with him, the best thing is to stand side by side with him and make contributions in the field of drug research. Forget it, I'll just keep practicing my painting. I haven't handed in my club assignments yet." Xia Ying sighed, found a paintbrush, and started painting. The comic club changed its president because of Sumo's departure. What a coincidence. The new president was Han Xiu, who had a problem with him. Han Xiu had always hated Xia Ying because of what happened before, so Xia Ying had to finish her homework. That woman still misses Yu Lingfeng. Because Xia Ying failed a club assignment one time, Han Xiu was forced to stay behind to clean up the club, and accidentally saw Han Xiu's painting collection. This guy had painted a full volume of Yu Lingfeng. Xia Ying was so angry that she threw the trash can at her. The next day Han Xiu came to Xia Ying to argue. Xia Ying said she thought it was trash and threw it away. Han Xiu was so angry that her teeth itched. From then on, she and Xia Ying were at odds with each other. "Sakura, why don't you quit the manga club?" Ye Xiaoxun couldn't stand it anymore. After Han Xiu took over the comic club, he established a so-called punishment system. The person with the worst homework every time had to stay and clean the club. Because she had a conflict with Xia Ying, every time she commented that Xia Ying's homework was the worst, and then deliberately asked Xia Ying to clean the house. Although Xia Ying's paintings are indeed not good, she is not the worst every time. Of course, she is the president and no one is willing to clean the house. Over time, it has always been Xia Ying. No one said anything or anything. Why do you want to quit? The more Han Xiu wants to get rid of me, the less I will leave one day. I will be better at painting than Han Xiu. Xia Ying's indignant look almost moved Ye Xiaoxun to stand up and applaud her, but Ye Xiaoxun accidentally glanced at Xia Ying's painting and the idea was immediately abandoned. Ye Xiaoxun smiled awkwardly, come on, you still have to have dreams. What if it comes true? End of this chapter. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yuan Suya. Chapter 778. Chapter 778 Jianyin's Hot Searches. That's right. Xia Ying clenched her fist and was immediately given a dose of chicken blood, but she did not see the helplessness in Ye Xiaoxun's smile. Xia Ying just lowered her head, biting the colored pencils, and was about to conceive of her next work. Suddenly her phone rang and she received an email. Xia Ying picked up the phone and saw that it was a document sent by Jun Chenai. Xia Ying opened the file and saw the lyrics of the new song. This song is not popular, my last name is yours. Jun Chenai left a big message. Xia Ying chuckled softly and quickly glanced at the lyrics, her eyes immediately emitted a light of surprise. Jun Chenai is really a genius. He can become an actor by acting in movies, and his singing is an enduring golden song. This guy is a born idol. Whether it is appearance or talent, Jun Chenai can completely match him. Boost your own popularity. Even though there has been no news for several months now, Jun Chenai is still at the top of various lists. Especially in the annual list of national male idols, Jun Chenai is still the number one, unable to shake his position. Hashtag Junshaya Hasai Returneto Day Hashtag Junchanaya Haskamibak Hashtag A series of Weibo topics have the highest number of reads and fans. Every day, people are posting on the XTH day, Jun Chenai has not come back yet such Weibo sentences. Of course, Jun Chenai himself also watches these things. Over the years, Jun Chenai's acting career has been going very smoothly, just because these fans who choose to stand behind him no matter what happens have always supported him. Jun Chenai will come back, but it will take time. Thank you. After Xia Ying quickly sent a message to Jun Chenai, she sent all the lyrics and music to Jianyin's. After half an hour, Jianyin's did not reply. An hour later, Jianyin still didn't reply. 2 hours later, Xia Ying was anxious. What was this guy doing? Why haven't you replied to her message? Xia Ying picked up her phone and was about to call. At this time, Ye Xiaoxun, who was browsing Weibo during a break, shouted. Sakura, your Kenyans is a hot search. Xia Ying was stunned after hearing this. The finger she was about to press down immediately lifted up again. She quickly went to Weibo and opened the hot search list. Number 1 hot search, Kenyans Chuyunibu. Second hot search, Jianyin's Chuyunibu is so cute. Third hot search, son of Kenyans Guangming. Xia Ying's eyes widened. What on earth was Jianyin's doing behind her back? Why did the whole world suddenly know that he was a Chuyunibu? Xia Ying continued to look at the comments made by various netizens about Jianyin's. Wow, ha ha ha. I was laughing so hard. I almost burst out laughing in Jianyin's live broadcast room just now. Jianyin's is actually a middle-aged child, ha ha ha. Oh my god, Chuyunibu or something, paired with Jianyin's look from this comic, it's so hard to match it, okay. Is there really such a thing as Chuyunibu these days? Jianyin's is really powerful and has fans, haha. Wow kaka, little brother Jianyin's is so cute, the Chuyunibu said so cutely. Inexplicably trending on the search? Who is Jianyin's? Passers-by expressed that they were speechless. A vase who was disliked for acting and knew nothing could be trending because he pretended to be a middle school patient or something. What's wrong with this world? I miss my handsome and powerful young Master June. Where is the cuteness? Fans are really good at bragging. Am I the only one who thinks Jianyin's looks like a after watching the live broadcast? The performance of Xu Yunibu was really awkward. I didn't even see it. How could a vase have fans? End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yuan Suya. Chapter 779. Chapter 779 I am not a Chu Yunibu. The comments below were getting uglier and uglier, and Xia Ying stopped because she couldn't stand it anymore. So this Jian Yins, instead of practicing well, secretly started a live broadcast behind his back. Now the whole world knows that he is a Chu Yunibu. Xia Ying clicked on some video playbacks recorded by fans. Why are you so handsome? What did you eat growing up? Isn't this question obvious? He grew up eating. What is the wish? Of course it is to save the world. I am the son of light, the chosen one. If you have any questions, just come to me directly. I am the embodiment of justice. There are too many messengers of darkness in this world, and I, the son of light, am alone, really, really tired. I can't act. That's because I am a child of light. Acting is not suitable for me, and I will not pretend. Xia Ying couldn't listen to the next words. Is this Jianyin's mentally retarded? What on earth is this guy doing? Xia Ying contacted Jianyin's agent. The agent said that he could not control Jianyin's. Jianyin's agent, manager, and staff were all by him. Tie up? Xia Ying was also in disbelief. What's even more disgusting is that Jianyin's has been live broadcasting for more than an hour, and he is still live broadcasting. Because it has been a hot search on Weibo, Jianyin's live broadcast room now has tens of millions of hits, and it is still growing. Xia Ying entered Jianyin's live broadcast room, and then kept posting comments. Jianyin's, if you don't quit the live broadcast, our contract will end here. After Xia Ying sent 4 or 5 messages, Qianyins finally saw Xia Ying's barrage. Xia Ying's ID is her own name, so as soon as Xia Ying arrived, the live broadcast room went crazy. Ha ha ha, boss Xia can't sit still. Qianyins, your boss openly dislikes you, ha ha ha. The goddess Xia Ying is looking at us, posting new songs, posting new songs, posting new songs. Will Qian Bao really be expelled by goddess Xia Ying? No, Qian Bao is obviously so cute. Qianyins said weakly, the live broadcast ends here today. Then Qianyins ended the live broadcast, and Xia Ying's call came in. Qianyins, please write me a 3,000-word self-examination statement, otherwise today's work will not be finished. Okay. Qianyins curled his lips silently, looking very aggrieved. By the way, how did you tie up your agent and staff? Xia Ying thought they were joking for a while, but after thinking about it, Qianyins had been live broadcasting for so long without anyone coming to stop him. Maybe he really the staff. Because I am a son of light. Xia Ying hung up the phone immediately. This is not a Chu Yunibu. This girl is a psychopath. It's hopeless. Because Xia Ying raided Qianyin's live broadcast room, the hot search on Weibo became. Xia Ying wants to fire Qianyin's. Qianyin's Chu Yunibu. Xia Ying can't bear it anymore. Son of light Qianyin's. Qianyins silently went to untie the staff. After being beaten as expected, he then started to read the new song that Xia Ying sent him. Not long after, Xia Ying's cell phone rang. Qianyins gritted his teeth and asked Xia Ying. Why is this song title so irritating? I am not a Chuyunibu. Is Xia Ying serious? Is this his debut song? There will be additional updates if rewards and monthly passes meet the standards. Thanks to the little cutie Jiao Qingning for the reward of 10,000 book coins. End of this chapter. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yuan Suya. Chapter 780. Chapter 780. This guy has too much drama. When Jun Chenai originally came over with this lyric, Xia Ying thought it was very interesting and unique. Jun Chenai did have good intentions. After hearing Xia Ying's accurate description of Qian Yin's, Jun Chenai wrote the song I'm Not a Middle-Aged Child based on Qian Yin's characteristics. Although the name is not good enough, the lyrics are still very good. It is a story about an inspirational young man pursuing his dream. However, what Xia Ying never expected was that Qian Yin's would make such a big fuss before the song was released. Now, he is really a Chuyunibu. But then, Xia Ying thought about it, and it seemed that the time for this song to appear was just right. When everyone thought Qian Yin's was a Chuyunibu, Qian Yin's released the song I'm Not a Chuyunibu. It seems quite topical. What's wrong, do you want to change it to I am a Chuyunibu? Xia Ying joked, then I really don't mind at worst, the jar will be broken and the road will end in darkness, maybe there will be a glimmer of hope. Qian Yin's on the other end of the phone rolled his eyes hugely, can you leave this word? No, I'll give you 3 days to practice this song, and then start shooting the MV to prepare for debut and release. Xia Ying's tone was non-negotiable. Can't we discuss it further? Qian Yin's was cautiously testing and had just angered Xia Ying. Now he didn't dare to be tough with Xia Ying anymore. No, also, if I catch you abusing the staff again, and secretly running live broadcasts, prepare to terminate your contract. Xia Ying finished speaking without emotion and hung up the phone. However, Xia Ying still couldn't figure out how Qian Yin's managed to kidnap a group of staff members by himself. Could this guy really have a bad idea? Son of Light? But, Xia Ying thought of this and immediately rejected the idea in her mind. It's true that those who are close to Mo are black, and she will be infected by this Chuyunibu. After Xia Ying hung up the phone, Qian Yin started to go crazy. Okay, this is the song. After all, he had just seen the previous information, Xia Ying was the composer, and Jun Chenai was the lyricist. With these two resounding golden names, just by looking at it with your fingernails, you know that this song will definitely become a huge hit. Jun Chenai's lyrics. Jun Chenai's fans haven't heard from their idol for a long time. Suddenly, a song written by their idol came out. Because of the name Jun Chenai, they will listen to it. And Xia Ying, it's been a long time since she released a new song. Fans are urging new songs on Weibo every day, but nothing has come out. Jun Chenai and Xia Ying, the two fans combined, it's no wonder the song is not popular. Qian Yin's was secretly touched. Xia Ying had indeed put a lot of effort into him. If he were to become useless, she would indeed be very sorry for her. Forget it, just practice your singing. After working hard for so long, you can finally make your debut. Ha ha ha, Sakura, Qian Yin's is so cute. Yes, Xia Ying was scrolling through Weibo with her mobile phone in her hands, and kept watching the videos taken by fans, smiling infatuatedly, acting like a crazy fan. Xia Ying was so angry that she immediately took a sip of water to calm down. Cute. This guy has too much drama, day after day, and it's not worry-free at all. It's too frustrating. If she didn't come to stop him, Qian Yin's might even say some unbelievable words about Chuyunibu. Son of Light, save the world, how on earth did his brain allow these explosively embarrassing words to come out of his vocal cords? This is an additional update if the monthly pass reaches the standard. End of this chapter.